Paul Henderson, and I'm a collage artist and a bit of graphic design as well. I think in first came about in art school, I was a painting major, and there was a number of people who were kind of working in collage at the time, and it just kind of slowly took over as I just stopped painting. I couldn't figure out what to paint, and so having an image to start with was sort of the pathway into it. You could put these two things together, and then a whole new world would emerge. I have a bunch of different ways of working in some way. Often I'll work with a beginning ground and sort of add material to like a base image. Other times I just kind of do more abstract things where I'm using a lot of my scraps up and the things from around me. I guess filtering and going through like so much of the stuff of the world, the printed matter, and then it's like this kind of strange puzzle piecing. I often don't set out with any real preconceived idea of where I want a thing to go. It's very much like responding to the images, and in this like soup that is my desk, I end up like things just bump into each other, and then it kind of like a world will unfold, and then it sort of like what the piece becomes about, it reveals itself to me in some ways, and then when I feel that first kind of connection, then I can find other materials around that maybe add to that or fit a sort of narrative or something like that. The nature of the medium is you're like, each time you open a new book or find a scrap or something, you can get distracted and like follow a tendency to kind of follow a path. So there's kind of the last couple of years I have been able to develop a couple of like what I would consider bodies of work, and that feels great to kind of do that. Part of that is in one instance working with or both, I guess, working with a certain kind of source material. It's like I've done a series with the art historical paintings as sort of the base. It's kind of like royal portraits and that sort of thing. And then also I've done things where I've just used Disney material, for instance, like I'm just going to make an entire body of work out of this book or this series of books, and so it all has a similarity and a material, continuity. Then I think the other kind of way I've developed the series more recently too is like with zines and publication, self-published books, and that's just given me a way to kind of go back through my archive of work and find groupings and things like that and kind of put them all together. The nice thing about collage is there's always a way to kind of get in. I don't have to get out the easel in a big process. I can work with what's around. I can just cut things. I can just look through books. There's just always like a bunch of different access points that make it an accessible medium. A lot of my work can be really meticulous and finicky, and it's like a real slow, like a lot of arranging, and then I kind of have to pull it all apart and to put it back together again. So these tend to just be things I can do really quickly to use up and clean things, and it makes me feel like I'm a painter. Even like that one might be upside down too, but you can decide.